Let's be real. We back. Pop-up episode in the middle of our 2-week stretch. How is everybody doing?
Gucci, man. It's good to be back, man. I ain't been on here in a minute, man.
I'm
back
blessed,
home.
man. Fresh off the clock, man. And apparently Savage think I'm looking like Zach Kleiman right now, but
Yeah,
hey,
man.
it is what it is.
All three of y'all look like somebody that just got out of somebody's front office for real.
Look, Trevor get out the front of it. I got to practice, man. I got my coach polo.
He got his coach shirt on.
And Shaka just got done recruiting.
The polo, as you guys at 3 the Harder Way referred to. Savage got the polo on.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to you again.
Man, as y'all see, got me, P Shark, got Trev, got Took, and got host of the 3 the Harder Way podcast, Savage, of course, part of LBR Media, formerly of actually Let's Be Real podcast. So yeah, got the gang out here. Of course, missing Sheety and Skylar, but they'll be back on Sunday when the next episode is up. But I always remember, follow us on Twitter, TikTok, IG, Facebook, get LBR_media, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Google, Stitcher, etc. You name it. And I will tell y'all more about BetStamp, of course, you see on the bottom of the screen. Check us out, BetStamp, our new sponsor. I'll play the sponsor clip later. But without further ado, let's get it started. Let's be real. All right. Might need to get a new video because certain players in the video that we about to talk about in this first topic.
Two players in that video that may not even be suiting up for the Grizzlies real soon.
But we're gonna start. Got Ryan. What's up, fellas? Ain't no parade inside the city. It might be in the way maybe NBA YoungBoy meant it, but not in the way Ja Morant meant it to be.
Well, no, it's kind of a parade. The Showboats got a W, so hey, there you go.
The Showboats.
What's the first one?
They want to
Throwing a parade for
They
number one.
got that's what I'm saying. They got some W's up there.
They benched out.
We knocked off undefeated, so hey, I mean
they benched out Brady White and got Bill.
Oh, they benched Brady White.
Yeah.
Yep, they sure did. They benched him like I want to say the third game of the season.
Yep. They ain't lost since. All right, man. Y'all see the name Demetrius Jamel Morant. I ain't calling him Ja. Demetrius Jamel Morant. Calling him by his court government name. You know, when you're young, you get in trouble when you're a kid. Your parents call you by your full name.
By your full name. Yep.
That's what we calling him. That's a real name for people that didn't know that's a real name. Right, said Showboats. That's what they went there. All right, man. But man, y'all know what happened. Got caught again. Got caught slipping again. Y'all see the title of the episode. He got caught slipping. Saw his board detailed over here recording, and he tried to get the camera down, but
you gotta be quicker than that.
Gotta be quicker than that, man. Gotta be quicker. But what y'all got to say about this new job situation that is spawning us right now? Start with Trevor Savage, then too.
Man, it's really not much to say. It's disappointing. I mean, we're all sitting here like the disappointed parent at this point in time. It's crazy. It's like, how do you even put yourself in this situation to even we knew what was going on, and we're literally 2 weeks after the exit interviews where you just acknowledged yourself that you need to be a better person on and off the court. We can't even prepare to enjoy Mother's Day with our mothers and respective wives, and here we are as you on live again posting another gun. Now, of course, we get it, the whole situation with the laws and things of that nature. That's fine, but it's also an image, and it's also you're still on the contract. You still made an agreement with the NBA coming off of your suspension for a similar offense. So, of course, the debate has been, how long is he going to be out? How much time is he going to miss? And things of that nature. Some people say maybe a full season. Some people say 20 games. Some people say half a season. Whatever it takes, whatever it takes for the Grizzlies or for the NBA, for that matter, for the Players Association Do what you need to do. And this is one of the another reasons why the four of us here and our other compadres stress the need for a veteran presence in the Grizzlies locker room. Because I guarantee you, if there was a quality vet that was on this Grizzlies squad, this may or may not be. It's more than likely wouldn't take place. It may still take place, but it wouldn't be of this high magnitude as such. And I'll close it off with this. On Twitter, I'm pretty sure if people have been on Twitter, you've seen this NBA The Wire comparisons. And if you saw my name, John Morant is literally Ziggy Zabaka from The Wire. So for those that don't know, Ziggy Zabaka was from season 2 of The Wire, was the white kid who was constantly getting himself into some mess. Despite having everything laid out for him, he had his dad running the harbor, had his uncle, they was doing their thing owning the harbor. When things kind of went left, they kind of got involved in the drug game and things were starting to be on the up and up for them. And Ziggy ends up messing it all up by one, getting involved with the wrong people, two, catching a murder charge. And then it got to the point where his uncle ends up dying. No, his uncle ends up being in witness protection for a super long time. And then his uncle ends up dying. So, yeah, for those, Ja is Ziggy Zabaka right now. And the only thing we can just hope that things can turn around soon.
There are like so many different angles to approach this Ja Morant situation. There have been several debates, conversations, whatever on Twitter. And honestly, I feel like everybody is right to some degree. So there's really no debate that can be had. I feel like one, he shouldn't get extensive like punishment because it's legal to own a gun in state of Tennessee. He's at his house, in his driveway, whatever. You can own a gun, you can do whatever you want to do, whatever. Flip side is like, as a black man in a city where crime is ridiculous, gun crime at that, killing other people, other black men with guns. It's like, why do you have you can have a gun, yes, but why are you flashing the gun in the first place? That part is kind of stupid, immature as a 23-year-old. I'm not saying Ja Morant, personally, I'm not saying Ja Morant's a kid. That's a grown ass man, 23 years old. You technically are of age to graduate from college. You're older. You should have common sense. Your dad is in your life. You have some type of semblance of a family, like mom, dad, like they I'm sure have taught him right from wrong. But grown ass people gonna do what they want to do regardless of what their background is. Trevor talked about The Wire. Tariq from Power, he had a life set up for him perfectly, but he still got in the drug game because that's what he wanted to do, point blank period. So I wrote some things down because I can go on forever about this, but first thing I wrote down was I am a former teacher and a current educator on a college campus, and what I've learned in both of those jobs is that you cannot help every student. You will stretch yourself out as an educator, as a teacher, trying to help every single student. Some people are lost causes. They might have to let life figure it out for them instead of you having to, push your thoughts and your opinions on that person. So to that end, Ja Morant got in trouble the first time, and then he said he was going to clean himself up. The second time he messed up again. It's like, all right, man, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So I can't exert too much energy. I got other things to worry about as an educator. So that's one. Number two, again, what's the point of flashing the gun on Instagram Live or any video for that matter? Because even if what's his name, DTAP, even if he didn't get on Instagram Live, let's say he's recording the video. We've seen an instance where hackers have gotten into folks' iPhone and they end up posting the videos online. That's happened before in real time, where celebrities had very private photos of them being exposed on social media and on the internet. So again, why even be in any video showing a gun? You can listen to rap music, you can listen to trap music all day long, recite the words, whatever. Black people do that, white folks do that, everybody does that. But you don't have to show the gun after having a situation with a gun literally weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? So that was on his part. And then this is the most important thing for me. Not about the legality of owning the gun, not about Ja Morant messing up again. What matters the most is, what does Zach Kleiman and the Grizzlies organization think of Ja Morant right now? People on Twitter are saying that it would be foolish to trade Ja Morant. That stuff does not even matter what you think. What matters is, what does Zach Kleiman want for his organization? Throughout this entire year, the Grizzlies were a stain on the NBA, whether that's trash talking, whether that's getting into it with Shannon Sharp, whether it's John Morant with the gun. An NBA team does not want to be branded as a thug team, as a team that flashes gun, that talks trash, that causes commotion. They do not want that. So if the Grizzlies want to technically clean their image up, they have a right to do so. To say, you know what, we'll cut our losses, we respect you, but we feel like we're not going to take care of you in that regard. We've seen that literally with a former Grizzlies player, Zach Randolph, who hopped from Blazers to Knicks to Clippers till he finally landed with the Grizzlies and turned himself around. True enough, Zebo was still doing other things, but it was kept under wraps. So if you think John Morant or if the Grizzlies are not considering even the likelihood of trading John Morant, you might be foolish, because I feel like the Grizzlies probably have considered it. They're probably not going to do it, but it's a possibility if it comes down to where it's like, all right, he has reached a point of no return. He's not learning his lesson. We got to move on for the betterment of the organization. So with that being said, I don't think John Morant will get traded, but if he continues to mess around, he going to find out. That's all I got to say.
Hey, shout out to everything y'all just said. Shout out to Mike for the comment he said about money, because that's the point that I wanted to bring up. That's the angle that I did want to take. If you look at the city of Memphis, which all of us are from, you know how dangerous the city of Memphis is, especially when you're talking about the club life, the nightlife, everything else that John Morant finds himself into pretty much damn near wherever he goes, right? There are going to be some people that look at what John Morant is doing and just take it up that is disrespect straight up, because you're imitating my lifestyle. I got to live this lifestyle for me to do whatever I got to do for me to put food on the table. But now you're mimicking that. So when it may come to a situation where John Morant may get tested somewhere in one of these clubs and one of these bars, whatever, just because, one, he's John Morant, two, just because people can say that they did it, and three, for the money, for the publicity, you do anything for fame, whatever. But it could come into a situation where John Morant can even leave the establishment. And because his presence was known there, because from what we've seen, he's known to have a gun anywhere he goes. So any kind of situation can pop off and boom, here we are again. I think for what we saw in the video, that's John Morant ton the NBA and us Grizz fans and the Memphis Grizzlies organization itself. He's ton us, y'all. Everybody that supported John Morant from day one and stood on his back and helped him out and tried to give encouraging words like the people on this podcast, he's tunning us. He pretty much just gave a middle finger to us. So I don't know if y'all are offended, but I show this out. I'm one of the biggest John Morant fans that you can possibly find, but I've always been real about him. He's not right in the head, and I'm getting tired of him tunning us. I would love for the NBA to suspend him for sure. I'm expecting it to become, because you're going to have to make an example out of him. It's going to have to be at least half a season. Strike one was you having to go through those Kyrie Irving, side quests and, sitting out the last 8 games, which in my opinion, that helped because it kind of kept from doing dumb shit on the court for the playoffs. That helped. So now it's like you're going to have to go into the whole summer, whether you're going to be in Memphis or not. What we're seeing from you and your background is that this is the lifestyle that you put yourself around. You are representing the NBA, which is an international business. You represent the Memphis Grizzlies and you may represent your family. Like Melvin said, I'm hurt. I'm feeling this shit all the way in Phoenix. Like, bro, you are an example for kids, all kind of kids in Memphis. But this is the shit that you want to do just a ton to prove what point? Because you already lost $30 million. So apparently money ain't getting to you. Trev, I get what you're saying as far as a Grizzlies presence, but if he ain't listening to his own pops, what make you think he gonna listen to another dude in the locker room? He's not listening to nobody, and the NBA is gonna have to make an example out of him. You need to suspend him half a many games. However, it needs to be more than 20 because it needs to be felt. Other than that, if this happened again, you need to be gone the full season. Gilbert Arenas got 50 games, you know what I'm saying, for doing with him and Javaris Crittenton. I'm not saying it's on that level because guns are legal wherever he is, but at the same time, you already had strike one. And now it's like what I'm getting from that video is, oh, I'm that nigga. You ain't gotta worry about 30 million. That's cool. I'm still finna get 200 on. What they gonna do? I still got my Nike. My shoe
You know
is
what's
still the
crazy
number one
too?
selling shoe.
You know
I
what's
still
crazy
got
too?
power. Hey, niggas still finna drink my power. Like, come on, man.
He literally went into Adam Silver's office. And Adam Silver said, "Hey, man, that's like the principal. If the principal says, hey, man, you got to chill, that means stop. Like, even if it's legal,
Yeah.
just stop. Just like, that's why I say
Chill.
he has no control. Like it's like Stephen A. Smith. Smoking weed is not illegal. But if it to the point where you can't control yourself and it controls you, that's the problem. It's not the actual gun. It's not the weed. It's the fact that you personally do not have any control. And for me to hear him say earlier, like earlier in the season afterwards with that interview with Taylor Rooks, how he was battling depression, that don't help with depression.
At all.
What helps with depression is discipline. What helps with it is intentionality. What helps with it is organization. Like I tell students all the time, you are depressed right now because your life is disorganized. If you have structure in your life, which is weird because John Morant don't even have a PR team. Like he literally does not have a PR team. That is crazy.
I do it for free.
Yeah.
As a superstar, that's
free.
crazy, bro.
That is crazy.
No security, nothing.
That's crazy. There's no structure. There's no organization. He needs that for his safety. It's kind of like with school. Like in high school, life is structured and organized for you. You get up at classes at 7, you get out at 2:00. Once you get to college, you are on your own. That's why students drop out so much. They have no organization. Then they say, I'm depressed, I'm tired. Yeah, you have no structure. John Morant needs structure in his life in the worst way. And whoever the T or whoever is like the person that's over him, quote unquote, because I don't know who over him, they got to help him out, man.
Apparently,
Well, you want to know the crazy thing about that, Savage, is T. Morant is the guy that we haven't brought up. And I'm guarantee you 9 times out of 10, whenever John Morant does go out, T is next to him. So I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't know if that's a bad thing. Because clearly what we're seeing is John Morant still showing that he's a 23-year-old young man. He's going to make mistakes, and we're going to be with him on that, but it's making it hard for people to rock with him. Like you deliberately saying F you does. I don't appreciate that. So if it's a full season, cool, because we need to teach them a lesson. Half a season, cool, teach them a lesson, but some got to give.
And it's messed up too because Grizz Nation was really finna be on the up and ups because we see Mikal Bridges and Desmond Bain kicking it, and the rumors are starting.
No folks are trolling, man. They just having a good time, man.
That's true. Man. That's true. But hey, you never know. But
yeah, because we did see Kerry and KD pictures out of nowhere too, huh? Good point.
Man, and that might still can happen, but you know, this definitely put a damper on things. I just want to give quick before I get my thoughts. Shout out to our comments, man. Shout out to Tyler, Ryan, Mike, and Melvin. I definitely feel Melvin and Mike's sentiments of being hurt. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you, I hate to sound mean. I'm actually not that hurt. I was hurt the first time. I'm with Savage. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I'm not about to care more about the dude. I'm not about to care more than he care about himself, right? So yeah, I'm a Christian, religious. I pray. Soon I saw it, Sunday morning, prayed. I just pray for him. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I can't. He got it. It's up to him.
He need better people in his corner,
right?
Man.
Ain't nothing
that simple.
Ain't nothing else can do. As much bad talking that's been done about him, he still hasn't. He went out with 2. I mean, exactly. He came in the exit interview and specifically said, my off-the-court issues affected the team. Exactly 2 weeks later, his video comes out. Now, I'm tired of people with the politics. We all understand the double standards. We all understand politics. I'm pretty sure all these folks saying that work somewhere. One of us goes on. I think Mike said it earlier. Get on Instagram Live with your gun now. Post a video on Facebook. You think we still going to be working our jobs?
You can get fired for less if you on Instagram Live just having the drink. If that company feels
look, Paul Pierce has strippers and got fired.
Exactly from ESPN. Exactly. If that company deems you unfit to continue working for their organization, they will pull that plug quick. So it is what it is.
Yep, exactly. So I do want to shout out Ashley Nicole Moss from Paper Out Podcast on I Am Athlete. She said something earlier. That definitely hit. She said, once it's a mistake, twice it's a choice.
Yeah.
Can't say no better than that. Mm-hmm. Can't say this ain't no mistake.
Better than that.
You know what you're doing, man. So I just had to pray and hope he gets better. The Grizzlies, I mean, it's just a way to see approach about everything else going forward.
Why we can't have nice things, man? We can't have nice.
Well, I'll tell you why, because the city enables that behavior from from other fans, from the
100%.
front office, from
Yep.
teammates to coaching staff. I've said it for weeks, maybe even months. The Grizzlies organization is arrogant and is bled into the players. That's what I would say about that. Arrogant in terms of like how they handle the drafting, arrogant and how you handle the actual play on the court. I've said it for weeks, said it for months. I will continue to say it.
Yep, they got big off seasons ahead indeed. And man, let's see. It's arrogant for what? Actually, Savage, you just explained it, so. But yeah, Mike. Yeah, they ain't won anything, so it don't make sense.
Yeah.
Why they are arrogant, but yeah. Moving forward to teams and players that are staying out of trouble, and teams that are still playing in the conference finals. With Ja Morant said they're fine in the West. These are teams that actually are fine, and they are playing in the conference finals. So we're gonna do predictions for the first 3 games of the series leading up to 3 the Harder Way recording on Sunday with the gentlemen below and Savage and Took, including Sheedy. But first up, Eastern Conference should award Miami Heat hat. Celtics Heat. What you got after the first 3 games? Celtics have home court advantage. First 2 games in Boston, game 3 in Miami. What do y'all think the series would be headed to game 4?
Who we head into game 4? I am going to go 2-1 Miami heading into game 4. I think Miami steals game 1 because they'll be more rested. Of course, the Celtics will be just coming off pretty much blowing the Sixers off the floor. I think the Celtics bounce back in game 2. And then Miami takes care of business at home for game 3. So I got 2-1 Miami going into game 4.
I got the exact same sentiments. I picked Miami to win the series in general. So I have them winning game 1. So I feel like Jimmy Butler is going to just continue to be playoff Jimmy. And they're getting, again, contributions from players that I do not know where they go to college or how they got drafted or developed. I don't know. Give me Miami 2-1 going back to 305.
Give me the Boston Celtics 2-1. What we saw from Jason Tatum the other night was incredible. And I think that he's going to continue that streak. I'm not saying that he's going to, not start 1 for 11, but I do expect him and Jimmy Butler to do their thing because this is going to be a hell of a show. I think it's going to be an offensive showdown. But I think at this point, the Celtics got a little bit more than the Heat as far as depth-wise go. And the Celtics, they've been to the finals before. I mean, this Heat team, they've been to the finals as well, but I think they were a little younger compared to this Celtics team who was literally got that taste last season. And I think they can definitely do it. And I think they win both the home games and Miami win their home game.
All right.
So I have Boston 2-1 as well. I got Miami still in 1 in Boston, but I think Boston takes game 3 in Miami. Similar to last year, Miami had home court advantage, and I think Boston stole game 1 or 2. I think they stole game 2.
It was game 2, yeah.
Yeah, but then Miami beat them in game 3 in Boston. So I think it's going to be the exact reverse. I think this is a series where now Tyler Hero and Victor Oladipo missing, getting hurt. This one finally gets to Miami. Because they did, at the end of that Knicks series, you could tell they kind of was playing on fumes, and Jalen Brunson almost got them to their game 7. So I have a feeling that this is the time where they might fall down some, but the coaching mismatch is what gives me pause on thinking that Miami still can win the series because Eric Spoelstra and Joe Mazzulla, that's their best chance of pulling this off along with Jimmy, and they need Bam to really show up, man. I still ain't convinced. He did better last series. I still ain't convinced yet. He got to show me.
Even with that, Shark, it's like depth is like big key because like the Knicks didn't have nobody coming off the bench, whereas the Celtics they got Malcolm Brogdon 6 man of the year already. So Jimmy ain't sleeping on the line this time. Hey, we'll see.
We don't need another hero. I think Vince is about to act up. Hey, I hope so. No, and Mike, Mike is Jimmy Butler's favorite player as well. So that's what we got to come. Martin,
Jimmy buckets, man. Jimmy buckets.
But Next series, you got and these are bubble rematches, right? This was the conference finals.
Yeah, this is the bubble, pretty much.
It's 3 years later, and you got the Lakers, Nuggets, and you pretty much got the same top players. You had Jimmy Butler versus Tatum and Brown, and all thing and Bam at that time. Now you got Jokic, AD, LeBron, Jamal Murray. I mean, it's the same crew, just switch positions where Denver is the 1 seed and Lakers are the lower seed. So first 3 games, what y'all got going? Denver has home court advantage. But y'all got the first 3 games.
Yeah, the Lakers have slowly become the team of destiny right now. And I'm gonna be nice and say 2-1, but I would not be surprised if the Lakers were up 3-0. Because I said, because Tuke and I have both said, if the Nuggets match up with the Lakers, it's a bad matchup for the Nuggets. As much as I love Jokic, as much as he's been probably arguably the best big man in the playoffs, and pretty much the best big man in the game, period. The Lakers are just on another level, man. It's something's going on in LA right now with those guys. AD has looked dominant. To Mike's point right there, D'Angelo Russell is making shots finally. So he's been pretty good. But like I said, I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna go 2-1 Lakers. I think they still, just like the last 2 series with the Lakers, I think they still gain 1 in Denver. Denver bounces back. Lakers get that 1 in LA.
I don't know about 3-0. Getting 2 in Mile High. That's whoa. Oh, I actually got 2-1 Nuggets. I think both teams protect home court. I did have the Nuggets win the series in 7 games. It might be where they just all win home games, to be honest. But yeah, Jokic is on another level right now. We said the best big man. I think the best player in the game right now. Jimmy kind of tapered off in the Knicks series. Still Jimmy Butler, playoff Jimmy. But as far as like player, Jokic is the best player in the game. I think Denver is mature compared to their bubble run. Jamal Murray is he had the flu the other day, so I don't know. I hope he's okay by tomorrow. But Jamal Murray's playing well. Junior making his shots. They got KCP now with Denver. They got a lot of good players. Aaron Gordon wasn't on that team, if I'm not mistaken, a couple years ago.
No, he wasn't. He was still in Orlando then. Yeah.
Okay. So he's been playing very good defense on the perimeter. I think that Denver and LA match up very well against each other, where it's going to be a back and forth. Like I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I said they'll both win they all win their home games, but I wouldn't be surprised if LA's leading at one point and then Denver's leading at one point. It just goes back and forth until that 7th game. So I take Denver 2-1 going into LA for game 4.
All right.
And I think that's the thing. Like the Lakers and the Nuggets are both undefeated at home in the playoffs, and I think that's going to continue. I think the Nuggets are going to go 2-1 because it's going to be a home win thing until it's time for LeBron James and them to turn up, like we've been saying. So of course I got the Lakers winning the series. I'm not going to say 6 or 7. I just need the dub Lakers. Get this joke off the television screen, even though he is the best player in the game right now. I ain't gonna.
You hear that basketball guy?
Jokes on me. We already.
Don't tamper with them basketball guys. You see what they doing to your boy KD right now.
Hey, man, chill. This ain't about him. This is not about him. We're talking about Nikola Jokic.
Okay.
Like I said,
let's talk about Nikola Jokic.
He's the best player in these playoffs, and it's time for Batman, whichever that may be, whether it's AD or Bron. I think it's gonna be Bron. It's time for him to go and kill this Joker, man. Get him out of here. But for the sake of the question, I think the Nuggets gonna win both home, and the Lakers gonna come and win both theirs.
I mean, even Batman never killed the Joker. He allowed him to stay alive, so he always had the
damn it,
the enemy.
The only person that killed the Joker was Superman, and that was in the Injustice storyline. So,
AD Superman, we'll roll with that then. Come on, Superman.
Candy ass, you still hurt, man.
Bro, like this is about Nikola Jokic and the Los Angeles Lakers and who we got to win, bro. This is not about me. Chill, bro.
I tell you that,
to Mike's point, I don't think MPJ needs to be special. I just think he needs to just, for the most part, be consistent. Like he needs to have at least 2 games where he goes off. If he can get 2 games where he goes off, then I think Denver can win this year.
Yeah, and I got Nuggets 2-1 as well. I think same thing too, because I think it's the home court thing. Just both teams undefeated, man. They know how to win at home, and Denver, it's hard to win at high altitude. And Anthony Davis is just too inconsistent. Like you could say, he can win this matchup against Jokic. It's gonna be once every other game that he's gonna even match up to even win. Even getting close to winning the matchup. But Jokic right now, man. The last 2 years been sweet when he won MVP and folks got on him for losing the playoffs without Jamal Murray, without Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah.
Now he got Jamal Murray back. Now, even when Michael Porter Jr. ain't playing just great, him being out of the court, being in threat hips. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope was on that Lakers. Was he on that Lakers championship team?
Yeah,
or
he
the
was.
year after?
He was.
Yes, he was.
You guys experience Bruce Brown experience in the playoffs with the Nets. They got some people over there. Aaron Gordon had a career year. This is going to be a fun series. I can't wait.
I can't wait.
The one thing I'm curious about with this series, like the Lakers defense has been great really since like the trade deadline. It's been elite. But I'm wondering how are the Lakers going to play defense against the Joker, who doesn't camp himself in the paint more times than not. He's usually at the top of the key or that free throw line area. So is AD going to guard Joker or is AD going to guard Aaron Gordon? But either way, I feel like they're going to do Green. Jeff Green's going to guard Joker?
No, I just mentioned.
He's just mentioning Jeff Green.
Okay.
Jeff Green.
No, because you go.
Yeah, I'm curious to know how they're going to play defense because the Nuggets can spread you out, man. Like Joker can shoot threes, Junior can shoot threes, Jamal Murray can score from everywhere, KCP can shoot threes. So I'm wondering how they're gonna defend Denver because pulling out AD from that paint where he can just camp against the Grizzlies, he literally just camped the paint against the Grizzlies, and it was like easy pickings. He had blocks. He did not have that many blocks last series. He didn't. I think he had a point where it was 2 games without any blocks. So I'm just curious. I'm curious to see how Darvin Ham defends the Joker.
I wonder, does Darvin Ham? He may not deal from this, but I wonder, does he go big in this series just to have extra bodies on the Joker? Like, does
you consider like Hachimura and
Hachimura, or hell, even I know he hasn't played in all the playoffs. Hell, even Obama, just to have a big body, just to guard Joker for 6 fouls. Yeah.
Oh, Mo Bamba. Playoffs. All right, you should.
It has been.
Might have said Tristan Thompson.
Tristan Thompson. Either or, man.
Joker gonna be going crazy.
I say this man, Jokic. I almost want to say that man is one of the greatest offensive player I've ever seen. That man,
it's crazy.
His efficiency is wild. And just seeing him be a point guard and like dishing, that mean the series. But I was like, bro,
yeah, you got to put him in that category.
Last series, his main defender ain't want to play the game of basketball with his team. Blah blah blah.
Who fault is that, man?
Blah.
Hey, don't act like he won. Don't act like AD just shut him down in the bubble either.
Blah.
You give AD that work in the bubble.
I'm an AD fan, so y'all know. Hey, look.
Now he wasn't guarding AD on the other end though, but
no.
That paint gonna be wide open for LeBron all series. We saw he been cruising until last game. Like, come on, man. Bet the under for blocks for Jokic, y'all. Betting people, bet it every game. Whatever the under is for blocking, bet it.
Oh, of course.
He averaged 1 per game, so he don't get 1.
Barely.
Yeah.
Some games you ain't getting none.
Better than Aiden. I mean,
had more than Aiden, apparently. So
Aiden got to bounce. Hey, man. All right, man. Let's get a word. Take a break from a word for our sponsor. Today's podcast is brought to you by the BetStamp app, which is helping thousands of people win their sports betting for free. The same way travelers use Google Flights or Expedia to find the best prices, bettors can now use BetStamp to do the same. When you place a bet, the odds given by a sport book will determine how much you can possibly win. Even when betting on the same outcome, different sports books will offer varying payouts, and these differences can be huge. Thankfully, BetStamp allows you to easily line shop for the most profitable odds across all sports books. You can click on any matchup and instantly see all the different odds for game lines, player props, and even future bets. Line shopping is the simplest way to find the edge in sports betting and maximize your chances of winning long term. On average, BetStamp users win an extra $1,000 plus yearly just by line shopping. You can find the BetStamp app on the Apple iOS Store, Google Play Store, or through your browser at www.betstamp.app. To access all these benefits, sign up using promo code LBR and start your journey to successful sports betting today. If you forget to use the code upon sign up, you can always enter our code in your BetStamp account settings afterwards. Check it out. Eric over here, we used to serious, bro.
Or something.
Ryan, clock out for me, bro, please.
EPT sponsored. Hey, man.
Bro, clock out, bro. Clock out.
I need, baby. I'm sending you that link specifically. You need to be signing up.
Exactly.
You try and get paid too, so yeah, send him that link so he can find a better.
Man. But next up, we talked about the Celtics earlier. They beat somebody in the game 7 Sunday. A bunch of choking people that we all on this podcast been saying been choking for years. James Harden, Doc Rivers, D'Anthony Melton for that matter. Joel Embiid is now getting added to this list as chokers, that notorious chokers yearly around. So what's next for the Sixers? What's next?
Restart the process.
How
to restart this month?
Joel 30. What you mean restart the process?
You think he want to be there? If they don't fire Glenn Rivers,
shout out to my boy the Power.
Iverson didn't even want to be a player for the Grizzlies.
No. He never played a home game. He never played a home game.
Never played a home game, bro. Don't you ever?
No. That's my guy. Allen Iverson missed the big 3 game.
Exactly. Where he was supposed to be the headliner. Nah, we good.
Nah, keep Iverson. We love you to death. Yeah, he's my guy, but nah, stay outside of Memphis.
It may be time. It may be time for the Sixers just to hit that reset button, man. Mm-hmm. It's over. The window for y'all contending is closed. Just as bad as Took feels about KD, I feel about Joel Embiid right now. Y'all know how much I go to bat for Joel Embiid. This series was abysmal, especially this game 7. What he said after game 7 was trash as well, throwing your teammates under the bus. But we kind of foresaw this coming the moment James Harden joined his team, and we saw this. This happens every year with the only Glenn Rivers. No, I'm not calling him Doc, unless the only Doc I recognize is Dr. J at this point in time. If we're talking about Docs in Philly. But yeah, for the Sixers, it's time to hit that reset button. See what you can get for Joel, if anything. Tyrese Maxey is a nice young piece you can lift apart with in free agency. Doc Rivers should more likely be gone. James Harden's gone. I can tell you that right now. He's going back to Houston. He's about to take that bag and go right back to Houston. So if you're Philly right now, you kind of in shambles. But hey, tough break. At least you got the Eagles. So that's all I got to say about that.
Hey, Mike, bro, you might have to clock out.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah, Mike been taking off.
That's crazy.
Mike, that's actually a good one.
Hairline is great, is wild.
Doc and PJ got to be going to the same.
You know who I'm thinking about too? I don't know if y'all watched Bel Air on this previous season. It was a guy named Doc on there.
Bro,
they use the same ball.
Yeah, he looked like the dude off of 2K.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, clock out because I know exactly. Because I watched Bel Air. I knew you was going there. You're gonna have to join Mike and Ryan and clock out.
Both Docs use the same bar.
Y'all goofy.
And they got West Philly, and there's so much Philly LA connection in this, but it's so funny.
Yeah.
But having a hairline with being bald at the same time is pretty wild. That's crazy.
His line tattooed. Imagine getting your line tattooed, bro.
Man, my man James Harden got his jersey retired at the strip club, bro. You know damn well he been missing Houston for years.
Oh,
and Daryl Morey finna go right back to Houston with him.
What's crazy is Daryl Morey just like we said this months ago. We was like, y'all created the perfect storm of Doc Rivers, James Harden, and Daryl Morey. Y'all created the perfect storm. Season. You created the perfect storm of playoff postseason just bullshittery. Like you just created that with that concoction, and now James Harden gonna get up out of there. I'm assuming Doc ain't been fired yet, but I feel like you have to. If James Harden leaves, there's nothing left for Philadelphia. They traded away Ben Simmons. They traded away Jimmy Butler, years ago. Aside, once James Harden goes to Houston or wherever he decides to go, you're left with Joel Embiid. You're left with Tobias Harris, who played god awful. And what else do you have? Like Melton is not a starter.
Maxey, hold on, Maxey.
Maxey gonna want to get paid, but if I'm Maxey, I'm like, do I sign here or do I get a
Exactly.
Yeah, especially if James Harden finna leave, I'm finna get the ball more. Yeah, I'm finna say.
Okay,
we gonna suck.
I mean, that's
enough.
true. But
fair enough.
Come on now, he wants to compete. He's been in playoff basketball, so you think he's just gonna sacrifice?
I mean, he's 21 years old. He barely able to get a drink right now. He'll be
I'm
for
saying,
the next couple
is he gonna, you gonna have him sacrifice that just for him to get a bag in Philly? Like he could
that's
probably
up to him.
He can get a decent bag somewhere else and probably compete for a championship. So, but hey, it is what it is.
But with more than anything else, with Embiid, Embiid had what 10 points the other day?
No, that was embarrassing.
Like, come on, man.
He stopped playing in the second half. Though.
You can't clown Ben Simmons for passing the ball under the goal and then proceed to only have 10 points, bro. And shout out Ben Simmons. I ain't off the hiatus yet, but shout out to Ben Simmons for being petty. I appreciate that.
What did he do?
He posted a picture of him watching the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not off my hiatus yet, so y'all don't come for me. But
Ben Simmons
at least they playing.
I mean, I'm about to say Ben Simmons been doing it since.
Ben
Simmons been doing it for like the past 2 years, bro.
Hey! This ain't about Ben Simmons. At the point of it, I'm just saying, if you Joel Embiid, you can't be making fun of Ben Simmons passing the ball when you didn't even get the ball in the last 4 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, that game 6 really made me mad because bro did not touch the ball them last 4 minutes.
4 minutes. 4 minutes. Like how you go 4 minutes?
Also, speaking of James Harden, John Morant should take notes from him on not posting when you at the strip club.
James Harden, he is always. We know he at the strip club. We don't know he at the strip club. Hey Ryan, chill, man. I told you this ain't about Ben Simmons today. This ain't about
Ben Simmons about to know himself.
Oh man, off the court.
Yeah. I don't know what's next in Philly. Cheesesteaks.
Like I hit the reset button, bro. That's it.
Dang Lillard.
Trey White a value high.
Maxey. Try to get Maxey out of there.
Concerned citizen.
Concerned citizen. Y'all leave Benjamin alone.
Yeah, been watching all guys.
I just told y'all
on the court or off the court.
You ripped the Band-Aid off.
I just told y'all.
I just told you the one that brought him up.
You ripped the Band-Aid off, Savage. So now
it still hurt, don't it?
I just told y'all. I'm not here to talk about. I'm not even off the hiatus. I just wanted to present the comparison of like Joel Embiid can't make fun of Ben Simmons when he didn't touch the ball and had 9 points. I'm just saying.
I'm with you.
Ben Simmons would have been playing with him. Ben Simmons would have passed on the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true.
He ain't shooting it. We know that.
He still watch this game while he is on the court playing.
He get paid to watch NBA games. He get paid to watch the games. I would love to have that job. Like
I would love to have that job too.
To watch this. Front row seats, ain't nobody in front of me. Like I
ain't nobody in front of me.
You can get on the court and watch the game.
And he gets paid a nice amount. He ain't like
I ain't got to shoot the ball. All I gotta do is run the offense and pass.
I can interact with the opposing team. Like I get to see LeBron
right
here. Like come on, man, it's perfect for
that's right. He ain't paid 40 plus. Shoot,
I'm 6'10". Like come on,
right?
Man. Yeah. My ex is Kylie Jenner. Like come on, man, this life.
Like he ain't getting Theo Pinson money. Like Theo Pinson over here, the biggest cheerleader, he getting paid what minimum or something. Ben Simmons out here making
exactly.
All right, we done. I'm surprised we here ran out.
Y'all find Ben Simmons ass up, man.
Oh, no, he getting paid. He ain't got nothing else to do. He's shopping.
Hey, we ain't find him up. He getting
Mike. Hey Mike, you gotta go, Mike. You gotta go, Mike.
Mike, you all right with me? I love it.
Mike, it's NFL offseason. Go check on the AFC South, man, because you're acting out of
ain't nothing going on.
Ain't nothing going on in the AFC.
Mike got a
Ricky mini counts. Nah, we good on it. All right, that's enough on the All right, Trevor, hey, my side, sorry. You say you had a would you rather?
Yeah, I do. It's essentially, I mean, your choice is your choice, but I'm just gonna come out first and foremost. Big shout out to the damn, I'm gonna butcher their name, but shout out to Arlington for winning the XFL championship for the year 2023. And I'm just gonna come out and
Man, the folks had a losing record, man. I peeped it.
and Sharky interrupting me just leads me right into my would you rather.
Jeez.
Would you rather finish the regular season with a losing record but win the championship, or go undefeated and have a perfect season but losing the championship?
I have not watched any XFL game. I didn't even know what's going on along with the USFL.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me these folks went 4-6 and they are crowned the champion of? That's embarrassing for the league, man. I'm sorry. That's embarrassing for the league. They were They were 4-6, beat a 9-1
4-6.
How'd they make the playoffs? How many teams in the league? 3?
It's only 8 teams.
It's only 8 teams.
Bro, you should not make playoffs if you got a losing record, bro.
Any given Thursday. Or whatever day they play on. What day they play on? Friday?
Trevor,
Saturday?
did they end the game?
Any given Saturday.
Did they end the season on like a two game losing streak or something before the playoffs?
Yes, before the playoffs, they did.
That's trash. Hell, that's trash.
So that's my would you rather.
Say it again, Trevor.
Would you rather finish the regular season with a losing record but win the championship, or have a perfect season and lose in the championship game?
Oh no, I'll be a loser and win apparently.
Yeah, because you're still a winner. You're not a loser,
right? I won the most important game.
I feel like this happened before somewhere in another sport, but I can't picture. I feel like that's happened before. I've seen losing team win.
That's crazy, bro.
The Saints,
glory road.
The Seahawks. You remember the Seahawks got in the playoffs at 7-9.
But they didn't win it. I'm thinking championship. But yeah, they didn't win the playoff because the Panthers did that too. They Cam Newton that year they won.
Yeah, and they beat Arizona. Yep, you're absolutely right.
That's probably what I think about football, just a game. But yeah, I'm with them. But yeah, I'm with them. My bad for interrupting you, Trevor.
Nah, it was actually cool because it bled right into my would you rather, so it's cool.
Got I was like, no, for 4-6, that's how they won. I was like, what? But Mike Carey won, and he gave us the one last week. Would you rather have Ben Simmons at the free throw line to win the game, or James Harden playing the big game 7?
I want a quick death, so I'm gonna take Ben Simmons at the free throw line. I don't want to be in a bed and none of that, because you gonna hope the whole entire game 7 for James Harden to play. Whether Ben Simmons, you gonna know whether or not you get to live at the free throw line. Give me a quick death, Ben Simmons.
I don't know. I understand too. I'm probably leaning towards you, like you said, because James Harden, that's a full game 7 you got to worry about. Otherwise, Ben Simmons is 1-2 free throws. You know he's gonna miss them anyway. Send the free throw line.
Let's go get this over with.
Yeah, it's very quick. I mean, it takes all of 20 seconds unless you're Giannis, and it takes 20 seconds in one free throw. But Ben Simmons' case, it'll take a couple seconds.
30 if you're Giannis.
Hey, chill. I'm trying to find Ben Simmons' free throw percentage for this year.
Okay, while Savage answers that.
What game he played this year?
He played 42 games.
He played a few games.
Okay, while Savage is figuring that out, I'm actually going to be the outlier. I'm going to take James Harden in a game 7 because it has happened he has played well in a game 7 before. Granted, it took some extraordinary to happen in game 6 to get to game 7, but I'd rather run that chance of somebody just going completely off in a game 6 to help James Harden, and then James Harden just closes it out in the game 7. So I'm gonna take James Harden. Ben Simmons with a free throw, I already know what's gonna happen there. So it's
speaking of that. So I have math for y'all. I want y'all to tell me James Harden record in game 7.
1-6.
He is 3-3, so he's 500 in game 7. Now I want y'all to give me Ben Simmons' career free throw percentage.
50%.
500.
59.1. So you are more.
I got a better chance of winning. I got a better chance.
You got the numbers to back it up.
59% chance of surviving compared to 50. Like you don't know, but Ben Simmons, he might make that free.
No, I said it's 50-50, but hey, you need somebody like Josh Smith to just go crazy in
remember
game
that.
6 to get it to game 7, and
Against the
then
Clippers.
just go. From there.
It was him and somebody else because James Harden's on the bench.
It was
I
him
can't
and Corey
remember.
Brewer.
Corey Brewer, yo. When he,
It was him and Corey Brewer.
they were down by like 26.
Yes. Against the Clippers,
Yep. Chris
coached
Paul.
by Glenn Rivers,
Glenn Rivers.
who were up 3-1 in that series too. So
Oh man.
They might be worse than Mike, honestly.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I don't remember the OKC happened in game 7 before he left. Because they beat the Spurs in 6.
Did they have the
beat
Grizzlies in game
they beat
7?
the Spurs in 6.
Grizzlies.
No, but that was before. That was after Harden left. I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, those were after Harden. No, they
They
didn't.
beat
They
the
didn't. They never went past 6,
Okay.
Yeah, I think that they had 7.
with the
games.
exception of the finals, which was in 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Last one. Mike had another one. Dominique Wilkins or Vince Carter? Who would you rather
Oh,
have?
Vince.
in the dunk
Vince.
contest?
Oh, Vince Carter.
Man,
Next question.
easy.
Vince Carter. I love Dominique, but Vince Carter.
Yeah.
Best dunk ever.
I'm gonna show my age. Vince Carter. I was born in '92. So, but I did see the previous dunk contest with Dominique Wilkins. But yeah, Vince Carter. Yeah. Go.
Yeah.
Portland, Tennessee's Corey Brewer, the only man who made boatloads of money. Not know how to do basically dribbling.
Hey, he put up 50 points one game, man. Hey, he about it.
He had a 50.
They get from Neek.
Neek,
All right, man. But boy, that was a packed show, random show. Very fun. Appreciate our comments. Candy, Mike, Melvin, Ryan, Tyler. I hope I ain't missing anybody. It's been fun, fellas. Remember, follow us on LBR_media, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and listen to the podcast. Subscribe on any podcasting platform where you listen to your podcast. Listen to everybody else on Let's Be Real Media, of course. Let's Be Real Sports, where we on now. Read Hardaway, gentlemen below, including Sheedy. And the Jeans Report. Darren Jeans has been hilarious, to say the least.
Hey, man, look. Daniel Jones is his quarterback. Let that man have it. He got to put up with Daniel Jones as his quarterback. So the fact that the Lakers are in the Western Conference Finals and he's just doing what he's doing, he deserves it. So he deserves it.
And of course, Mike couldn't resist but to get on River in the top corner. Pass the collection plate.
Now, collection play, they ain't coming around this time. Actually, no, it is coming around with the best stamp out. So
looking ass.
Good plug. Good plug.
Got the envelopes.
Right
Deposit
plug.
first bet. $1, you get $10 back. What's up?
exactly.
Use the promo code.
No way.
Use the promo code LBR.
And whatever you do not give the plate to Sheedy because he might take money from it.
Mr.
Trevor.
Trevor.
Oh man. But as always, follow me on Twitter at the DAONE_P_Shark.
Yeah, I'm at the Art of Trevor, and since starting 5 is dead, I can do my shtick here. Of is a preposition, so you ain't got to capitalize it.
To let you go, or should I go?
I mean, I take it, bro. Since ain't no telling when you come back here. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you
So
never
I'll
know,
keep
man.
it Lasting the fair, but now shout out to Kwame Brown for blessing us with the quote of the week. Calling John Morant the NBA dumb boy. That shit was hilarious, and if it's right on the head, at Tab Shakir, if you got something else to say to me.
And I am at MSavage901.
Hey,
All right. And follow our other members, of course. It's really Sheedy, who has all the funny clips and all the shorts that I post. And Skylar _Skylito. Until next time. Peace.
Peace.